Hello friend, RG12 here again. It's been a while since I've done an upload, so I thought I'd get one uploaded for the new year. It'd be too easy to just knock out loads of shorts, which I will continue to do, because you can get thousands of views with them, but I still want to do my normal videos, and thanks to those who support me. You know who you are. It means a lot. It's cold here, as you would imagine, in winter, northwest England. But that's what's expected to be, isn't it? We've got snow on the horizon apparently coming. But we're all, well, I'd say the vast majority of ordinary, decent British people are pretty pissed off with the state of our country and government. You just have to look at the news, MSN, if you can believe half of what they write. But, you know, it's a shit state. We all know it is. And those in Parliament can say what they want, but the British people know. And when they get the say, when they get to vote again, they'll show them what they think of them. But we've just got to crack on, make the right choice. So I wanted to, I could talk for hours about the dreadful state of affairs of Great Britain at the minute, but people ask me my opinion about, well, I'm going to call him Prince Andrew, not Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, because everybody knows who I'm on about, Prince Andrew. Well, let's start from the beginning, what I think. You go back to, he was the Queen's favourite, he is a prince, and he did serve his country like I did in the Falklands War, so you can't knock him for that. However, he's justifiably been knocked, rightly so in my opinion, for his disgraceful connection with convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, who conveniently died in prison, didn't he? But that was before they probably realised that the Epstein files would get released. The great and powerful probably didn't ever think they'd ever see the light of day, and some of them probably will escape justice. So, but anyway, I respect him as a veteran. I don't respect him as a man. He's a spoilt prince with his hundreds of teddy bears. So that's all been well documented. You notice I didn't call him Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. I called him Prince Andrew because you know who I'm on about. At the end of the day, call him what you want. He was a prince, he is a prince, and he'll always be a member of the royal family, so he'll always receive a degree of protection, even though the royal family have got to distance themselves from him and look like they're punishing him because of his connection with the notorious paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, which has caused ructions across the world, especially in the United Kingdom, with Peter Mandelson and his appointment as US ambassador, and the sort of daily scandal. It seems to be a daily scandal now in Britain. He's just one of them. But Starmer didn't know, did he? He didn't know what was going on. So that's a good defence for a lawyer in the DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions. Yeah, of course. As I was saying, like Lord Mandelson, Andrew kept his friendship up with a convicted, and that's the key here, a convicted paedophile. So you can't use this, oh well, I didn't know bullshit. That's inexcusable. And there's a pattern there throughout our government at the minute as well. Maybe if the Prime Minister had just illegally eaten a piece of cake, he might have lost his job, but it seems like all this scandal is nothing really, is it, in comparison? So, yeah, so people ask me, oh, what do you think of him? Not that it matters, because who am I? I'm a nobody, am I? But as a man, I don't like him. He's petulant, he's actually childish, petty. I've heard a lot of stories about him from people when he was in the Navy, how he spoke to people and he thought he was God's gift to everybody. And being such an elite person in the world, he probably thought he'd never, ever be found out for the things he's done. And every day seems to be more coming to light, even about his wife, Sarah, and even his involvement with his own daughters with Jeffrey Epstein, which is just incredulous. But I personally think, no excuse for it, but not that he probably needed the money, but he was very money oriented. They always have to fund their lifestyle. And these sort of people, these sort of your royals and that, they like to rub shoulders with the rich and famous. And at one time, don't forget, he was working in a capacity for the British government to do with trade. That's where he got all these connections. So it's not good for a lot of reasons. One reason is that I would say the monarchy, along with this government, in fact, maybe not quite as bad as this government, but the monarchy is one of its lowest ebb because of the death of Queen Elizabeth II, who I swore an oath of allegiance to, and I deeply admired her as a leader, and I believe the country went downhill when she died. It's just my opinion, might be wrong, might be right, that's how I feel. It's my perception. So, getting back to Randy Andy, as they called him, even back in the day in the red top press media, he's in a difficult situation now. Not as difficult as homeless people and people starving. It's just a bit of embarrassment, but he's so arrogant I don't think it'll bother him. The only time it'll bother him is if he loses money. The royals and the king have got to look like they're disgusted with him, and maybe they are, and look like they're punishing him, kicking him out of his house, moving him into another luxury, basically a mansion. Poor person, eh? So, but at the end of the day, he's related to the king, his brother, and Charles won't see any harm come to him. So he'll be okay there. So he's insulated, he's protected, he's got his security. So this is just my guess, and I might be completely and utterly wrong, because he is so fond of the coin, not the crown, the coin, the gold, the treasure. He'll take a leaf out of Harry's book, which is probably not a good idea. Maybe it is financially. But I think that the former Prince Andrew, Mountbatten, Windsor, Randy Andy, he'll write a book. I mean, he won't write it. He'll give all the information and somebody else will write it for him. But, and this is where it'll get interesting, he's sort of on a win-win situation there, really. Because once it gets out that he is writing a book, and this is all just hypothetical, that if a lot of people that have been redacted in these files up to now be shitting themselves because he knows them. He was there, wasn't he? He was there on the island. So he's got first-hand knowledge, hasn't he? Now, if he says he's going to write a book, number one, these people are going to not want to be exposed for a start. So how's that going to work? Interesting. I think you can all make your minds up how you can stop people from saying things by the old and trusted bribe. I pay you this, keep my name out of it, and everybody else publish and be damned. Let's see, be interesting. And no doubt, not that he deserves any money from his evil dudes, his evil dealings with that disgusting paedophile enabler Epstein, but the rich and famous, the powerful, they tend to get rewarded for their wrongdoings. And I believe it would certainly be a bestseller. So I'll have to just watch this space, shouldn't we? It's a bit like our glorious leader Starmer. I think he probably threatened to go to the country, call a general election, snap general election, and that's why his little MPs jumped into line, because they want to protect their jobs for now and their lucrative cash flow, which isn't going to last much longer. But yeah, so anyway, I won't go on and on because it's not worth it, really. Just get your point across. I think, my personal opinion, Prince Andrew will write a kiss-all, tell-all book about Jeffrey Epstein and the goings-on in the island. So, bye for now. See you soon. And take care. RG12 out.